Everybody, appreciate it. Okay, you wanna pre? I mean, we're kind of preing already.
Yeah, no, this is
Full
the
on pre.
This is the pre. I'm preing. Prius, you know.
We are all preing. What is the plural of pre? What is the action of pre? When you were doing the pre? Preing? Oh man, I got a pre.
I'm preing. Preening. That's a different word that means something else. Pre-preening? Screening? A pre-screen? Scanning? Let's just go into the show.
Okay, let's do it. Let's begin with the actual bumper. Hang on, let's start this off right.
Aw, shit. I'm lagging balls.
That's right, Lagging Balls, your community-focused World of Warcraft podcast. For the people, by some people, with your hosts, Thorn and Fist.
Alright, that's usually where we come in. You know, we made that, I made that bumper like 4 years ago now.
Wow.
That's a old ass bumper. Some bumpers I just like. Oh no, Streamlabs is telling everybody this isn't the Lagging Balls podcast.
I'll change that.
Right at the top of the show,
Just do that off.
We're having to think about things. You know, it's been 4+ years. You know, we've been more or less the same show for a very long time, and we're thinking. We're not doing so much. Well, we're doing now, but we weren't. But we're thinking, discussing,
Contemplating.
You know, sure, visualizing what could be.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just wondering if you guys would prefer Lagging Balls to be a live show like this one every week. It would not be on Sunday. It would be on Friday nights. It would replace Friday Nights with Thorn and Fist. And it might be a little bit different. The format might be a little bit more free form.
Yes, that's one word for it.
Sure.
Sucky
chaotic.
is another word for it.
Sure.
For
But the thing is, when we're on camera and, you know, we've got chat to interact with a little bit, we can't do it too much because, again, we're recording this for the future. It'll be a little less structured, probably, but it will be on camera. And it will be live every Friday. And we were wondering how you guys thought about that. So, you know, let us know what you think. Did I say every day? I meant every week. But yeah, no, it's something that some people have been asking for a very long time.
Yep.
I was the only thing standing in way of that because I didn't necessarily feel super comfortable on camera, but now I do because probably I'm on camera a lot for my job, so it's like whatever now. So let us know what you think, because it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
And we you know, we started as fans of all this stuff, right? So we have all our favorite shows. We've had all our favorite shows. Some of our favorite shows have come and gone, all those sorts of things. A lot of them have gone through changes, and whenever things go through changes, we tend to like not be sure about that for a while until we decide if we like it or if it becomes the new norm, right? You guys are accustomed to a surprisingly well-edited, which you would never know, podcast that's very tight and edited to be very tight specifically for your audio listening pleasure. That's one of the reasons that it sounds more professional than we let on, and that's because it's a lot of work on the background. And
3 hours worth, at least.
Thank you, Fraz. We just got some gifted subs in the chat, and that's the sort of thing that you're now going to hear. Ooh!
As the tiers, it would be on here, and then there would still be an audio version as well.
That's right. And you're also going to hear some sound effects from when things like subs happen, and now there's going to be like 5 of those in a row. So apologies, audio people.
We'll figure this out as we go. But, yeah, so we're just wondering what you guys thought.
Yeah, but we understand that sometimes, you know, things change and you don't like it, and sometimes things change and you get used to it, whatever. Give us feedback. help us understand how it's going for you, and understand that it'll be a little different because it just won't be as audio tight as it used to be. So let us know.
That's right. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, let us know. Oh, I don't know. Hey guys. And the other thing is like, LB, it sounds okay. We're cutting out a lot of dead air. We're cutting out a lot of stupid tangents that I go on.
We go on.
Well, yeah. But yeah, Zorbix in chat says, I'm pretty sure change is terrible and possibly illegal. And you know what? We're terrible and illegal. So let's go. So
That
Thorn,
fits.
what Thorn,
Yes.
talking. What have you been up to this week in gaming?
I have been in Classic, actually. And we can come back around to that, but leveling 2 different characters in Classic, and then playing a bunch of Steam games.
Interesting.
It was my birthday last weekend, so one of those Steam games was, I just want to shout out our boy Mike from our raid team who got me the Sekiro game, which is pretty awesome of you, buddy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, that was very generous of him. That's Mike from our raid team. That sounds great. You know there's no Blizzard games on Steam, right?
No, I know.
So what are you doing?
Well, I was playing Sekiro for one, since it was gifted to me so generously by our friend Mike from the raid team. And I was also playing Raft because it's in early access and I'm completely addicted to it, and it's been really fun.
Okay.
However, then I went to play Classic, which we'll come back to. So what have you been up
Okay.
to this week?
I'm playing a little bit of Classic, mostly retail though. We are progging on Heroic Ashara, right meow, and I love it. It's great. I'm glad to be kind of past the NyQuil phase. That's the boss beforehand. That's his actual name. Liz is like, let's just name this boss NyQuil.
Yeah, they couldn't use the exact spelling, right? Because that would be
well, no. It's like the old god spelling of NyQuil.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that fight, it's too chaotic for me, and it's just too much. It's too much for my brain to handle. But we seem to have it down more or less, so that's good. And we're progging on Ashara, which is also good. And I'm still having so much fun in Eternal Palace. Oh my goodness, it is so much fun
I'm so
to
glad.
be under the sea. There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea. Anyway.
Right. And what was he?
yeah.
Was he the 5th boss, or was he the 6th right before? Or
The
was he the 7th?
before
Oh, he
it.
was the 7th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, grats. Grats.
Thank you.
Because now you're progging
Thank you.
on Ashara herself, right?
Yes, exactly.
Ooh.
And I did the bonus BG this week, which was Gravity Laps. I love Gravity Laps. I was terrorizing people at the Fel Reaver Ruins. You get shot up in the air, and then you try your best to like land on top of the Fel Reaver, and then you shoot people down below. And it is too much fun. Way too much fun. I did all of my time walking. And after all of that, I got shoes that I didn't need. So hurrah! I did all my islands. I did some BGs. It was great. So okay, so I'm doing some BGs. Okay,
Okay.
and it's the one you're in. It's Miss Pandaria. It's not Silver Shard Mines. It's the other one with the cart and the thing in the middle, and then there's different mines around the perimeter. It's a goblin mine, panda mine, and you go and you fight in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But oh no, I did not do that this time. This time I was like, you know what? I was streaming. I want to show off a little bit. I want to be the hero. I want to take it upon myself to go and get the cart from the enemy cart holder place.
Yeah. Where they hold the carts.
So, exactly. So I go over there, and I'm going to the right, so I'm passing the goblin mine, and I'm figuring like, okay, there's people around me. They're coming with me. It's great, but they all stop right there, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. Because I can be the hero of this situation.
Can be your hero, baby.
Exactly. I was channeling early 2000s Enrique Iglesias. So I went, thank you, Deepwind Gorge, Zorvix. I was waiting for somebody to help me out. Anyway, we're in Deepwind Gorge. So I get to the Alliance side. I grab their cart in my little magey hands. And then, once you have your cart, as a mage, it's okay, this is my strategy. So once I have the cart or the flag or whatever, and I need to get to a place that's far away, I try not to blow my wad, by which I mean my cooldowns.
Right.
Wouldn't it be funny if you jerked off and then you're just like, oh, I've blew out my cooldowns? I think did we talk about that before? I don't remember.
I'm sure we have, but I'm sure we're going
and,
to about a billion more times too.
Instead of saying your cooldowns are on cooldown, 'cause, we use that to describe a lot of things. It's like,
right.
Oh, I just blew out my cooldowns. It's like my cooldowns are on cooldown. It's like it means two things. Anyway, but it'd be funny if during your refractory period you refer to it as your cooldown. It's just like, oh yeah, my dick's on cooldown.
I'm on cooldown.
Yeah, I'm on cooldown. I'm sorry. Fuck.
There's a little timer.
Yeah,
slowly
it's just
moving.
XQC the other day. He did something he was proud of, and he told himself he was popping off. Like, oh, I'm popping off. Anyway, so I've got the cart. I'm not blowing my load, because I've got Shimmer, right? So I can blink twice. I've got various shields. I've got various CCs. I've got speed potions. I've got a ton of tricks up my wizard sleeve,
Yes.
But nobody's attacking me yet, and I always have to assume that I am going to be attacked when you have the enemy flag or the card or whatever. So I'm halfway through the map. I'm terrified. I'm so scared because when you're alone in these situations, it's hello, and I don't want to take my mind or my eyes off of the map to switch over to group chat and be like, hey guys, I've got the flag. Could somebody help me carry it, or what? Or can you just help me something. So while I'm walking across the thing, I'm scared. I've got my giant playlist of random songs on shuffle. Christopher Cross comes on with Sailing.
Oh no.
Which is not the energy that I was hoping for. So Sailing. Take me away where
Yeah.
It's just not what I need. It's not what I need right now.
Not quite the power song.
So while I'm sailing across the map, see what I did there?
Nice.
Everybody's in the middle dying, because that's, what people do. They're like, I'm gonna fucking go to the fucking middle. I'm gonna, I'm gonna blow my load on these Alliance, and they're all gonna die, because that's, I'm that
They're gonna be
player.
the hero, baby.
Yes. I'm Enrique Iglesias looking to blow my load on these players in this situation. No, not me. Not me.
Nope.
I'm holding on. It's no
Holding
nut
your
November.
load.
It's no nut November. Follow this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm halfway across the map. I'm looking at my teammates on the left, all my, the thing that tells you who's playing with,
Right.
The table of contents. Everybody's dying and people are leaving.
God.
And I'm just like, great, this is fantastic. So people are leaving, people are being added who are in queue to this complete shitstorm. And so I'm almost there. I'm past the goblin mine at this point. People are leaving. I'm getting nervous because just the more people who leave, the less people are gonna come protect me at some point. And
Right.
I'm thinking nobody's gonna protect all this. This is this is trying their best. It's do these people know me? Do they not like me? Is that because that's another problem with having your name as your main's name in game and IRL. Everybody knows you as your name in game.
Mhm.
Sometimes that's not great. Sometimes it's awesome, and usually it's not. So I'm half across the map. So this priest and this warrior are running at me. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Green Jesus. Yes, please. Give me a healer. Give me a tank. Protect me. I am a glass cannon of emotion. Would you please just help me out here? Because we are so close to capping the ass of this cart that I have. So I'm running towards it. I'm like, yes, let's do it. My comrades, my country. Let's do this. Let's go. Help me help you. These bitches run past they just run past. And they head into the middle. And I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. Are you kidding me? Are you really, 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 really? So I keep going. And then a priest way ahead in front like grabs me and pulls me over, and I'm like,
Nice.
"Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind sir." At that point, I blow all my wads, like the double blink, the shield. I pop the swiftness potion. I'm like, I'm going. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm gonna cap this flag, and I cap the flag. And you know
Nice.
what? You know what?
What?
We lost that map.
Ah.
We lost big time, and that was my BG experience of the
I mean,
night.
it seemed like it was going that way if there was that much to it for one of the flags. Was that the only flag you got?
Yeah, just
Or cart?
old fist, just old fist.
No, I mean, is that the only one your team got? Because like,
Yeah, it's just
Oof.
me. It's fine.
yeah,
Because the other people tried, but they don't have the dexterity and the capabilities that I do as a veteran World of Warcraft player.
that's right. Because you started like when?
I started in vanilla form.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, I did. And so, that was a fun time on stream. It was good. It was good shit.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Overwatch. Destroyed people on Hamster. Feels good, man.
Feels good, man.
Very good, man.
Oh, I played some Overwatch too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm loving the role queue. But we can come back to that.
So
too.
am I. Oh, yes. We'll come back to that too. So, that's about it. Why don't we move over to World of Warcraft news?
Oh yeah, we can do that. 1 second.
Yeah.
LB Newsline. News you can use, unless you refuse. LB Newsline. News you can...
Nope,
we-
played it twice. All right, we're good.
All right.
Started it a
Yes,
second
we're
time. There we go. Doing it live. Here you go, guys.
Crushing this. Crushing it. Hello, and welcome to World of Warcraft news.
Hello.
It's no different, except we talk about WoW, which is what we were just doing.
Yeah. It's like
It's fine.
it's like the patio next to the intro area. It's like the intro is like the outer yard, and then like World of Warcraft news is like the really nice, comfy patio of the place where everybody like hangs out. Because we're in like weather where everybody wants to like chill outside. It's cool and it's good.
Excuse me, what the hell are you talking about?
We're welcoming them into the World of Warcraft area.
Right. Okay, we're here. We're clear. We love WoW. Hi,
See,
WoW.
This is the other bad thing about being on camera is now you can see her make bad faces at me when I make stupid jokes.
You
there it
like
is.
that?
Can't see this for the audio listeners out there, but she's making some ridiculous faces. Oh my god, you guys. Seriously. You gotta catch the live show. You're missing out. These are like mid-sneeze type faces, maybe?
You know? It's bad because I can see myself right now. So, like, fixing my hair, making stupid faces. Anyway, let's talk about WoW. So, retail WoW is still, number one in my heart, Thorn.
Yeah.
I don't like calling it retail WoW. That makes it sound dingy to me. I
What
want
should
to
we
call
call
it
it?
WoW proper, but somebody corrected me in Discord the other day, and I'm not sure about it. I've heard it being
What are
called
they?
like WoW Prime.
What do they know better than you? So they corrected you and that's just it.
I think the only person that could answer this question is Ian Hazakosis.
That's fair.
So I'll
Put it
ask
to
him
him.
later. But we could just call it WoW WoW.
How about just WoW? Why are we calling
Yeah,
it
just
anything
WoW.
different at all? Isn't
Right,
it just
'cause,
WoW
like,
and WoW
WoW
Classic?
Well, it's weird because like WoW came first and Classic came second, but Classic is what came first, So it's like the chicken and
Yeah,
the
fair.
egg, the egg and the chicken kind of like paradox
Let's
that's
just call
really
one
bothering me.
the chicken and one the egg, and
Well, but no, Thorn.
Classic
like,
is the
what-
egg, and then WoW is the chicken.
But it's not. Classic is the chicken. Wait. No, it's the egg.
This is why this analogy works, right? Oh no! More sub sounds. I can't turn these off in the middle of the stream. I'm so
Thanks
sorry,
much,
guys.
Shaper. Thank you. But yeah,
Yeah, sign up for new subs, guys. That's how you get your name on the stream or
Okay,
on the
wait.
show.
So the chicken lays the egg, but the egg contains the chicken.
Well, that's the theoretical analogy. In this case, I would say the egg was the original Warcraft. That was the egg. More sub sounds. I'm sorry. Thank you, Alejandros.
New WoW and WoW original recipe.
Yeah, there you go.
It's hot pot pie.
Extra tasty, crispy wow.
Oh, here's an aside. So when I was in college, I really liked these frozen veggie pot pies that you get from the grocery store.
Yeah.
And since I was in college, I didn't give two shits about cleanliness or my diet. So I would get those at home in my hometown. I'd get the frozen pot pies. And then I would bring them to school with me. And then I'd eat them after classes. But I'd have the frozen like cardboard box of pot pies in my bag all day or in my locker because there's no place cold I could leave them.
Yeah.
So I was
Fair.
literally just like slugging around like sloppy, drippy ass, damp ass, dank ass pot pies, and I'd sling them into the microwave because like it was one of those deals where like you'd put the pies in the oven for like 45 minutes versus you'd put them in the microwave for like 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
But they were so thawed and melted and like moist.
Oh, nasty.
But I just sling them into the communal microwave in the cafeteria for like 2 minutes.
And they'd
then
bounce.
Oh hell yeah. And they would be like really like chewy and tough because they've just been like marinating in their own juices all day. Anyway.
That's lovely. I'm glad you survived that and that you're here.
What a horrible time college is. But anyway.
It's a good thing it wasn't a chicken pot pie because that would have been sitting in your bag all day.
Of course not. Of course not. That's another good thing about being vegan. But anyway, what were we talking about? Right. So
Warcraft.
You're saying that classic is the
egg. Because that's where it all came from. And then WoW.
But classic is not vanilla. Vanilla and classic are two different games. You see what I'm saying?
Are they though? Because I thought classic
yes,
was supposed to be vanilla.
Because vanilla is what happened first. And classic is a new game now.
I think we're going to have to like discuss this with Chromie. I have no idea.
That's why it's so hard to like, because like when everybody was pushing for world first and classic, it's like the argument, I don't know if it was an argument or not, but it was like, is this a world first? You know, does this count as a world first? Because it's already been done 15 years ago. So if you count classic as a new game, quote unquote, yes, they were world first in WoW Classic. But if you don't count WoW Classic as a new game, if you just count it as vanilla, as a separate entity, it's not a world first.
Oh my God.
It is, you know?
Yep.
So it's very okay. And not only that, but like this whole thing, like the whole like massive popularity of WoW coming back and like, you know, major streamers playing WoW and everybody playing WoW and WoW, like right now, WoW is the WoW killer, you know?
Yeah, that's the craziest thing.
It's so weird. So like all of this is just such a huge mindfuck for me. It's fantastic. I love it to death. I fucking love it. Like ninjas tweeting about playing WoW. Ninjas tweeting about being addicted to WoW.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Is
it's
he
just
streaming it over there on where
Mixer,
did he go?
yes.
Mixer.
He is. He's on Mixer. But you know, Shroud's playing WoW. You know, everybody's playing WoW.
It's very
Moon's
strange
playing
to
WoW.
take like, because a stream these days, especially with those bigger streamers, that's a lot of people's attention to keep, right? And it's
Right.
strange that we're keeping such rapt attention now with a game that moves so slowly. And
I
in
know.
like every aspect of the game is incredibly faster now than it was before. From
Yep.
physical digital movement speed to the time it takes to do things, even to get gold, to level up. Everything is slower.
Exactly. Like there's no argument. There's like it's retail WoW now WoW is 100% more exciting to watch somebody play than classic is, and that's a fact, you know. I don't know if it's like it depends on the person, like, you know, playing who thinks which is more exciting, because, you know, WoW Classic is exciting in the way that it's very challenging, you know. But you know, so is WoW proper. BFA is very challenging, but it's also very beautiful to look, like much more beautiful than classic, and you know, arguably more exciting to watch. But But again, I guess that's personal preference. Like, this is the whole thing. Like,
Clearly.
there are so many strange arguments to be made, and so many strange observations, and so many like feelings of nostalgia that I've been having. Not just playing Classic, but like people being excited about Classic WoW.
Yeah.
Is bringing back memories of when it came out in the first place.
I get that.
And it's just like this is the kind of thing that I've always wanted, you know, like when we started this podcast, one of our goals was to, you know, be super positive about Blizzard and WoW in particular, and encourage people to play it and encourage people to come back. And you know, in the 4 years that we've been doing this, like some of my favorite messages are of people saying, "Hey, I listened to your show and I resubbed to WoW." After, you know, so many years, and it's like that's so flattering,
That's
you
pretty
know,
cool.
and then that's what I want, because like, you know, I'm sure a lot. I'm not gonna say everybody, but you know, generally people strive to do some good in this world, you know.
Yep.
And I would like to do good by encouraging people to play WoW, because you know it's fun, and everybody should be having fun and playing WoW because it's a good time.
It's true.
And I think I've said this on the show before, but like if everybody would just stay home and play WoW, the world would be a much better place.
It's true. And the thing about Classic WoW is like, strangely, like I didn't expect to love it. I think I've even said on the show, I expected to just kind of get in and just whatever, try it out, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I was hesitant to like get too involved in the guilds and things like that, just because I was like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Now, listen, it's early still, right?
2 weeks in, right?
Plenty early. I've barely played it because if you're not aware, if you guys are out there listening, you want to get into the United servers, let's just use this as an opportunity to mention. The server transfers have gone through over the past few days. The server population has gone from full to high. So for Whitemane server, I should say, in particular.
Yes.
I think,
We're maining on Whitemane. Horde
Yes.
PvP,
which
obviously.
I think Peggle has been fine, right, this whole time?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
But yeah, so
yes.
those are the two that our United guilds are on, and Whitemane is accessible now. So
Yeah.
one of the reasons that we hadn't got in Thisterai much is because it was so full, and so the times that we did try to get in, we ended up just kind of waiting a while to get in, and then when we
Totally.
did get in at all, we did a little bit and then had to go.
Yeah. And I didn't want to start leveling on a different server as
Right.
you know, I don't have time. Like if I'm going to put hours into Classic, I need it to be on my main, and my main needed to be on Whitemane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's fine.
And I get
so,
that.
You know,
Yep. So I got in finally the other night. Got 5 levels in on a hunter, which was pretty fun and strange, you know,
Yeah.
but also strangely satisfying, and
Yeah.
and so full of, I can't call it nostalgia because I wasn't there. I didn't join until Wrath of the Lich King, so this is actually a new experience for me. Some of the things are familiar because they were still the same in Wrath of the Lich King, but there's a lot of things that are not, and are
Yeah.
earlier versions, or, you know, just completely different. So, so for me, I had a good enough time on leveling a hunter 5 levels that the next day or 2 days after, I leveled a mage, then like 6 levels.
Oh yeah, mages are OP. Always.
Yeah, that was
Best class.
They were crazy. Just the wow.
Oh yeah. For me, it's been weird because all of the not mechanics, but all of the like screen functions and the way that the bones of the game works, like the way the window looks for guild, all of that stuff. What am I trying to convey here? Like the system, all of the system stuff. It's how I still feel like WoW works. Like I feel like over the years, the system has changed a lot, but slowly.
Mhm.
And I feel like I got used to everything back in the day and never ever got used to how things are now. Especially with BFA, like a lot of things changed in that way.
Gotcha.
But it's just weird because like the UI and the user system, it's so primitive feeling now compared to how it is like now.
Yeah.
And it's easy for me to use it because like this is how I remember it, and this is how it's been ingrained in me. And so I'm just using this game like I'm an old pro, you know. Everything is kind of just how I remember it being. So I don't know, but I was kind of a dummy. Like I just it is hard to like play WoW proper and then go into classic and try to, you know, because everything is kind of similar, but then a lot of things aren't. So you're making a lot of mistakes, but they're not mistakes in like WoW proper. So it's like, I don't know. It's all very, very surreal. Like the whole thing.
I bet.
The whole entire thing.
Especially having been there for vanilla, gone through all the changes and developments that, you know, were incremental and smaller and that sort of thing. And then to have the very, very drastic change of BFA to patch 1.12, right? I think that's the patch.
Yeah.
But that's a drastic left turn there.
Yeah.
1.13. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Star Mike.
But ultimately, this is absolutely fantastic. And you're right. It is too early to tell if this, you know, a fad or if this is gonna hang on or if people are gonna continue on with it. I hope so. Because like I'm not one of those people who's like one WoW is better than the other. To me, they're the same thing. You know.
Yeah.
It's literally just the same thing. And so, you know, as long as people are being excited about one of them or both of them, that's fucking fine. That's more than fine. That's fantastic. I love going on social media and seeing everybody excited about some iteration of WoW, you know?
Yeah.
It's like that's the kind of world that I've always wanted to live in. That's why I've literally shaped my entire life around this game, because I just want to be in that. It's like, it feels like when the WoW movie was coming out, you remember like the months leading up to that, and then you'd see like World of Warcraft commercials on TV, and you'd see World of Warcraft merch everywhere and stuff.
Posters, billboards, trailers playing on TV and on commercials.
Exactly. And it was fantastic. It was absolutely
really
fantastic. Oh, I love it. So yeah, the more hype people are about WoW, the better. I don't care which WoW they're playing. It really does not matter to me. I love it. But you know what I don't love?
What?
DDoSers.
I felt so bad for the Warcraft social media managers because they posted something like Saturday is a great day for Classic, and then like of course all the responses are, except when you can't get on your servers, fix your servers, Blizz. Except when you're getting DDoSed. It's like all this.
It's so frustrating and infuriating that people attack Blizzard for something that's completely out of their control at the beginning, you know? Like, yes, they will fix everything in time. It's not a quick fix, you know? And it's not their fault either. It's some asshole doing it because, and you know, like if you guys have listened to the show for huh?
Okay, wait, you just cut out there everything you were just saying. If you listen to the show,
DDoSers, you know how exactly how I feel about DDoS. They are literally scum of the earth.
Yes.
Scum of the earth. The whole earth. Scum of it. And you know what? Okay. DDoSers are the people who are, one, really, really bad at video games. Okay? And so they're taking out their frustration about being total plebs, total mid-century plebeians in their tiny little cottages.
Like IRL plebs.
Yes, IRL plebeians who suck at video games. They're watching people play video games and they're like, I suck at video games. And you know what? I'm such a plebeian that instead of getting good, I'm just gonna DDoS. You know? That's what they're doing. And the whole time, they're sweaty and gross. And you know, number two, they're the ones who are not getting laid because you know what? And listen carefully. Do you know what?
What?
Nobody wants to have sex with a DDoSer.
Right.
Nobody wants to have sex with a DDoSer.
It's true. We've established this. This has been out there. The first time we talked about DDoSing on this show, we made it very clear.
Yep. And let me just...
Clearly, these DDoSers are also not listening to this show, which is another mistake.
It's too bad. That is too bad. But that's because they know that this show is for actual like gamers who are good at games and who probably get laid on a regular basis. But I'm
Sure.
just saying, like you could be having like regular relations with people whenever you want, but the minute you start DDoSing, people can fucking smell it, you know? They can fucking smell
right.
it on you. They're like, you know what? Smells like bullshit. And you know what? I don't stick my dick in bullshit.
Or
DDoSers
let bullshit
are
put its dick in me.
exactly. DDoSers don't get laid and they don't know how to play video games. And
Ouch.
so
That's like the scene from oh shoot, what's the baseball movie with the little kids? Oh my, Sandlot. Thank you. Where they're like like insulting each other, and one of them's like, "You play ball like a girl," and they're all like, because that's the worst thing you could say
oh,
for a DDoSer. The worst thing you could say is, "You can't play any fucking video games.
Yeah, you suck at video games.
You suck at
And
video
that's-
games."
And that's why, they attack people having fun. They're like, you know what? I can't stand this. I'm projecting on other people. I'm literally going to attack people's fun. Their good time. And it sucked because like I was playing Classic when everything got DDoSed
No.
on Saturday. And then I went over to WoW Prime, like regular WoW, to play that instead because I'm like, you know what? It's fine. You know, this is the best timeline because literally if I can't play Classic WoW, I can play other WoW. I got 2 WoWs, you know?
Yeah.
There's 2 World of Warcrafts in my
Wow.
life right now. And I couldn't be happier. But then they DDoS both of them. Both
Like
of them.
the only thing that's worse than DDoSing to begin with is going back to do it again to another version of the game because you're just really that big a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's fucked. You're literally attacking fun. So like I'm seeing so many people on Discord and social media just being like, wow, this is, you know what? Fuck, this is so fucking great because I've literally worked my ass off all week. I don't have time during the week to play video games and I couldn't get into Classic all week because I don't have time to wait into the queues. And then I finally, like fucking Saturday rolls around. I carved out some time from my busy day, from my busy week, from my busy life to wait in queue. Queues aren't that bad today. It's fantastic. I'll get in and I'll finally play some Classic WoW and I will appreciate the nostalgia that it brings me. Or, the new experience that I'm having.
Yeah.
But no, because this sweaty virgin is fucking, like, literally attacking fun. Okay?
Sweaty virgin.
Fun.
Sweaty virgins who hate fun.
Who smell like bullshit.
It's like a pheromone. It's like a
Yes,
digital pheromone.
Exactly. So, that's, fuck.
They're definitely incels. Fraz, good call.
Just fuck them.
Yeah,
Okay, so
but
that's
it's back
fucked.
up, and there's always this is going to be a recurring thing as long as people delight in causing other people pain for whatever reason. It's going to be a thing. But at the end of the day, the servers are back up because they always come back up,
Of
and
course.
now we have
and, like,
2 versions of the game to play.
Exactly. So it really sucked because, like, of course, as usual, Blizz employees are being attacked for out of their control that they are going to fix and that
Right.
they did fix because they always fix it. It just takes some time. Relax. But then you've got the people who like really, really wanted to play on Saturday because they couldn't play all week and they can't do that either. So it was just a literal horrible shitstorm of misery on Twitter and on Discord and wherever. Misery. Because this one guy can't get it.
Also,
In game or outside.
I just want to call to attention for those playing at home and not seeing this live that we had some Blizzard employees pop in here and say, fucking Blizzard, like during that whole rant, because they work for Blizzard, and that's hilarious. So shout out to you, Lance.
That's like that video. That's like that video that I think it was a BuzzFeed video back in the day that they had Obama and he was just doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then he sits down with like milk and cookies. And he picks up the cookie and he tries to put it in the glass of milk and it doesn't fit. And he looks at the cookie and he's like, thanks, Obama.
That's so good.
It's like that.
That whole video is awesome.
Yeah,
But
that was
that part
good.
is like so
That was
meta. I love it. Okay, so I have a
Yeah.
question for you about Classic.
All right, what is it?
If so, let's say we don't know this for sure at all, but let's say that Classic moves along through the patches, right? Do we know anything about that?
Okay.
They're gonna go to the opening of Gates of Anchorage, right? But that's all we know is that it goes that far. I think.
We know that there's 6 phases so far, but we don't know anything about other patches.
Okay.
So yes, you're right.
So let's say that it goes on to other expansions.
Right.
Okay, like including Burning Crusade is the first one, but let's say it just kind of keeps going. The classic progresses, whether it's the same way that it did originally or on some other timeline or whatever it is. How far do you think they would go in this reboot, quote unquote, of the game? To what expansion, let's say?
I always thought it would go to Wrath, like make Wrath the last expansion.
Yeah.
And then maybe they might put a pin in it for like a few years.
Just leave it at Wrath.
Yeah, leave it at Wrath. And then, pick it back up like 5 years later or something like that.
Yeah.
Cuz like to me, Wrath feels like it was yesterday almost. Like I know it's been a really long time, but it doesn't feel like that long ago.
Well, Cataclysm was such a big change in so many ways, not just with the way the world was set up, right? So that seems
Right.
like a really solid place to change it. But I wanted to ask you on that first before stating the opinion that I share, actually, because I started in Wrath. So I feel like whatever expansion you start in is like has a special place for you,
Yeah.
And for me, it just like there was all of this already, 80 levels of established expansions to this amazingness, and it just it was so epic all the way through, and it really felt like you had to earn it, and that's the piece that I'm getting that I haven't. I still feel like there's a lot you have to earn in the game, but it's just a very different way of doing it now. And
Right.
it's the things that were more grindy, that were more MMO-centric, and were rooted in what an MMO is, for a lot of people who played the earlier ones, that this is definitely harkening back to, I would think. But like the normal game now, like you fly through levels at low level. You can boost past all of that, obviously. There's just all these ways to, and then once you do it once, you get tools to do that faster with others, and, So I don't know.
yeah.
It just feels like but I want to say the weird thing for me is I didn't play vanilla, so it's a little strange to be feeling like some kind of way about this. And again, I don't know what to call it. It's not nostalgia because I wasn't there.
Well, I mean, it's not, but a lot of things were the same in Wrath as they are in vanilla, and the models looked similar and a lot of the system was similar. So I mean, I can't really speak to it because I started with vanilla, so classic WoW is, my first expansion. But I don't know, it at some point along the line, and I think maybe it was with Cataclysm, the game just started to feel very different,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's
I think Mists of Pandaria is that for a lot of people though. Cataclysm was a number of big changes, but Mists really like. I know a lot of people just genuinely had a problem with cute cartoony pandas to begin with. That just
Yeah.
like they were not okay with the pandas to begin with, and to hell with the rest of it. But like, Mist gets a pretty bad rap.
But it was so good, and it was
really
so
was.
beautiful, and God, I feel like Miss is, in like a TV series, always that one episode that's like weird, It's like, oh, it's a dream episode, or it's a musical,
Yeah. Sometimes it's a
live
season.
action or something like that. I feel like Miss is that for WoW as a whole. It's like not necessarily bad, but it's like, am I gonna wake up after this episode and is it gonna be all a dream, or is it still one-off? Were the writers getting crazy?
Yeah.
It's like there's one episode of Daria that was a musical, and I think there was like an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that was a musical, and anyway. And there was like a timeline in Dallas that was a complete dream, and then all this stuff goes down, and then Pam wakes up and Patrick Duffy's naked in the shower and he's alive.
Hell.
She's like, oh my god, yes, I watched Dallas. Don't know why.
That's America's ass right there. Patrick
But-
Duffy in the shower.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello.
The pre Step by Step Daddy days.
Where was I?
Mists of Pandaria.
But yeah, Pandaria was fucking great. It was a nice change for a bit. It was a nice journey. And like
Yeah.
when you visit Pandaria, you look around, you're like, holy fuck! It doesn't look like anything else in the game. Because to me, every expansion kind of more or less it doesn't look the same, but there's a lot of elements that echo older content. Like Warlords, obviously there was stuff that was the same as Outland because it was the same place except in the past. But you know, there's some similarities there, and with Legion, lots of similarities there, even with the new continent. Lots of similarities, like Dalaran. Like there's plenty of those now.
Yeah.
But for Mist, it was just like everything looked different. Everything was so detailed. Everything had everything had a massive aesthetic compared
Absolutely.
to the rest of, like, even though things and places look different in the world, like in Azeroth, there's always that WoW aesthetic, you know? But Mist, it just went completely the other way. And it's just like, Mist is an aesthetic. It is a different thing.
It was a big
Entirely.
art upgrade too, right? Because
Yeah.
the polygons alone are drastically different than what came before.
My polygons feel different today, I'm not gonna lie. Oh.
Polygons bring all the boys to the yard.
And they're like, oh my god. I don't know what the words are. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about it because we were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about how far the expansions might go
Sure.
in Classic.
So I think Wrath is arguably the most popular expansion. I think that it is. That's what everybody says when you ask them. Maybe BC following that, maybe Legion. I feel like Wrath, Legion, and BC were like the top most popular expansions. I could be wrong.
I think it might be
That's
a
what-
little early for people to really fully admit that how good Legion was.
No, everybody loved Legion. And Legion
No,
was...
I know that there is a vocal group about that. I just mean, like, I think we might need a little more distance as a people to fully embrace that. That's all.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I feel like ending classic WoW with Wrath for a while would probably be the safest move, in my opinion, because people really did love Wrath, and I feel like a lot of people who maybe weren't necessarily interested in playing classic or continuing with classic would absolutely come back for Wrath. Like, could you imagine like running ICC
I would.
again?
Yeah, at level.
Yeah.
I never did kill the Lich King at level during that.
Neither did I.
So I absolutely
So-
would go into that for sure.
Yeah. Like if Blizzard hyped up ICC, I feel like there would be a mob scene. I feel like people would drop their lose their shit and also drop their shit to go.
Well, it's got to be playing well when they brought up pieces of it for like Hearthstone.
Exactly.
Like it's
The ice
getting
cream and
responsive.
stuff. Yeah. I remember that.
That's right.
So we're encroaching on an hour. I feel like we should go to question of the week because it has been up for a very long
Yes,
time at this
let's
point.
do that. You're gonna have to handle it though, because the way I'm set up, I can't look at Discord.
I've got it. It's bright, but I got it.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Do you want me to do the bumper? Hold on one second.
Oh
We can do
yeah.
Hold up.
We asked, you answered.
Here's our question of the week.
All right, we good?
We're good.
Okay, so the question of the week a long time ago was if you could cast any buff or debuff on yourself, what would it be? I'm always debuffing myself.
Heyo.
Okay. Draven says, I would give myself the one buff I know I shouldn't have, mind control. Ooh,
Ooh.
devious. Crushnator says, I would give myself a 1 hour buff right as my work shift ends called Word of Fortitude. It would give me the willpower to stop for fast food on the way home. Honestly,
That's not where I thought that was going.
yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that, but good on you, Crushinator. Jin says, Divine Shield. Feel like doing crazy shit like skydiving without a parachute or listening to your friend and jumping off that cliff even though you might hit the rocks down there? Hallie Bubble.
Nice.
If you want to do some crazy shit, that's how you do it. Goon says, levitate. I'm a lazy bastard and it would be sick to just sleep anywhere I want whenever. Also, I could casually nip over the channel to France Buy a Lavino Rouge and some bitching Normandy cheese. Have a kip mid-channel. Be in Dover by lunch. You aren't getting my money, Channel Tunnel. Not today, Tête de Nud. Basically the French equivalent of dickhead, bruv. Skin. You're pushing it. You're pushing it. You're lucky I know some Francais, because shit. But yeah, no, levitate. Although, levitate in game, very annoying.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
Oh, because it stops you from jumping. That's why.
To me, no. I feel like it's like the WoW equivalent of sneakers to roller skates. It's like I feel like I'm out of control when I'm. Does that make sense?
That sneakers to
Like
roller
sneakers, like you feel grounded, and that's normal. But then when somebody levitates me without me like being prepared for it, I'm just like, whoa, you know, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a bad comparison. Whatever. Flaky Boy says, definitely arcane intellect. Why? Because I could always use a little more firepower up in the old noggin. Being
Hey-o.
smart would be so cool. That would be me too. I could always use more smarts. I would love that. Benaro said, I would make a judicious use of illusion because that would be the best way ever to mess with people. I'm sure I could liven up a lot of stale relationships. I just have to be careful because I know a lot of exotic dancers and I don't think I'd be responsible using that kind of power. Smile. If you ever see me driving in a brand new AMG Mercedes, then you will know that I have been successful. Devious. I love it. Menmeth says stealth. You know why? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Why? So you could do random acts of kindness without anybody knowing? That's so sweet of you.
No. I love how devious everybody is. It's hot. DT Altair. I got it.
Nice.
Lightning shield so people would stop invading my personal space.
Ooh, that'll work.
I would, yeah, no, I would love that.
There's some thorns.
Jinden says invisibility for only good reasons.
Of
And
course.
then he's got the devil emote. I love these people. I love these. Spaz Weston says, can I get the debuff, the slayer of stupid, incompetent, and disappointing minions? I'd
Yes.
totally get that on a business card.
Hell yeah.
I would hire somebody with that business card. I'm just saying.
Still one of the best titles ever.
Definitely, if not the best. Saruna says, a stamina buff. That way you can keep going and going and going
Yeah.
and going. Yeah, that's right. And then Solified says, bloodlust, uncontrollable desire to kill or maim others. That's the definition I got from Google. Sounds fun. I'm winking. You can't see. Yeah.
You
So
want to do some air quotes for him? Some audio air quotes?
I don't know how air quotes sound.
So you got a
okay,
new question of the week for us, Thist?
I do, but I just wanted to thank everybody for those answers. If you would like to answer the question of the week that is coming up in just a second, please join our Discord. It is the best place ever. It's fucking great. It's probably the best thing about this whole operation. It's the best. It's the best.
It's so fun.
There's a channel dedicated to answering the question of the week, and we always put the question in, and you write it in there, and we read it on the show. But if you'd like to email us, you can also email us at laggingballs@gmail.com. 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 It can be anonymous if you like. If you want us to keep your name out of it, just tell us. We'll do that. Yeah. So the new question of the week is, how has classic WoW affected your life so far?
Oh, okay.
Even if you don't play it, like, are you having the same kind? I am seeing it so popular on social media. Are your friends playing it? Were you not gonna play it and now you are? Are your favorite streamers playing it? Like, what is this like for you? Are you like me and you're like experiencing some like mad nostalgia? Is it a mind trip? Like, tell me about it. What's going on? How do you feel? Do you not care at all? Let me know about that. Let us know about that.
We want to know.
So the question of the week is, how has Classic WoW affected your life?
I like it.
And you can email us at laggingballs. Wait, shit. Yes. At laggingballs@gmail.com.
You got this.
Or you can join our Discord and answer it there. It'd
There
be
you
nice. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Thank you guys. So that's pretty much a show.
That's the show.
If you have any feedback, you can email us. You know at this point. We would also love your feedback on whether or not you like this format. Do you like a live show? It would not be on Sundays. We were actually on Azeroth Roundtable on Friday, which we should have mentioned at the top of the show, with Ben. John was not there. But it was a fun show. We talked about WoW. It was good. And next Friday, we might be back for another live show. And if you like it, please let us know. If you don't, please let us know and tell us why. If you have any like comments, concerns, you want to tell us how to improve all of this. If you have any suggestions, we are very desperate to hear them. So if you would, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All right, let
you.
me play some end of show bumpers here. Hold on. Hey ballers, send us your thoughts, comments, dick pics, whatever. We appreciate all content and feedback. Now stay tuned for some other stuff that's awesome. All right. So there was our send us your stuff. Stay tuned for stuff that's awesome. And here's our outro. Thanks for listening, ballers. Here's where you can find and follow the show.
Our website is laggingballs.com.
Email us at laggingballs@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at laggingballs.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/laggingballs.
Reblog our Tumblr at laggingballs.tumblr.com.
For Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Google Plus, search Lagging Balls.
Basically, just search Lagging Balls and you'll find us. But avoid image searches if you know what I mean.
Until next week, ballers, we love you inappropriately. And another show in the bag, ending with this wonderful edits on these great bumpers. Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you.
It takes a real pro to end the content right where the music ends like that on so many of these.
You know what? I spent a lot of time in radio broadcasting.
Yeah.
Now here I am.
Yes, Star Mike, another show in the sack. Thank you.
Yes, that's much better. Much better. Okay, so that's a show. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. The next show will be a lot more professional than this, but we just wanted to give you guys a taste of what live Lagging Balls,
Yeah.
Lagging Balls doing it live could feel like.
Right. I'm gonna get like a soundboard for these bumpers, and then like a soundboard for
Well,
like.
We didn't want to invest in improving this until we were sure that you guys were cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But in the meantime,
But I do have this one button. Here, hold on. Here it is, and you click. Bye, Felicia.
oh,
I lied. It wasn't a button at all.
so this is the post show now, right?
Yeah. Post show. Here we are. Hello and welcome to the post show. This is like the backyard of the show. Like we've shown you around. We've stopped by all the rooms where all the games are.
What?
We're stopping back into the backyard now to have a grand old time.
So I can finally eat
into the
pretzels
sunshine.
again?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that'll do. Okay, that's probably enough.
Oh, okay.
I think they get it.
It's good shit, though.
It's probably funnier on the stream than it is for the audio part.
It's not funny at all. It's not
Okay,
funny.
fair enough. Well, it's
I'm
funny
just
to us.
really hungry. So fuck you. You know what? I'm hungry.
Chat,
Yeah.
thanks for sticking it out. Audio guys, you are the best. Thank you so much. Apologies that we didn't have a time set for this. We will set the actual time. We will announce it early. It will definitely be Friday night. It'll be in Eastern time. It'll probably be like 9, 10, or 11 Eastern, something like that. And that's
Something
it.
like that. Yeah, that's it. So, guys, have a fantastic week. Please do let us know what you think. And thank you for watching, for hanging out with us, for being so active in the chat. We fucking love to see you. Like, this is by far the best part about doing it live.
Hell yeah.
It's just you guys. And, that's really what LB's been missing all along. Like, we're a community-focused World of Warcraft and Blizzard game podcast. But we never get to see you guys, like, IRL. Or not IRL, even. Real time. So it's nice. It's like you're here with us. Because you are. That feels good right here, and also in my loins, but we can't show that because that's TOS.
That's right.
Ahaha.
Ahaha.
Star Mike, when do you want? We could come visit you. We could do this.
It's true. But for now, we're gonna sign off from the after show for the audio.
Oh,
folks.
we're done. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Have a great week, everybody.